Weeks dragged on, but Aero had two training partners now, or at least two people to spar with from time to time. Predictably, both Rael and Ava had their own prior experiences with training, but as Ava demonstrated, their proficiency in martial arts was far superior. This resulted in Aero training every chance he could. I see you running off on your own, out into the forest. Where is it you go every day? Rael asked Aero at breakfast that morning. Yeah, spill it. What are you up to? Ava added. Don't worry about what I'm doing. I'm allowed to have secrets, Aero replied. We'll just follow you next time, so you might as well tell us, Ava stated. That actually makes sense. Well, most of the time I'm training, either by myself or with Till. When you see me running into the woods, it's because I have a base out there, he admitted, going back to his egg scramble. Hear that, Rael? Ava said. He's been holding out a secret lair this entire time. Who'd have thought? Secret lair? Back on the Forager, Rael interjected. Ava showed me that creativity can make all the difference, especially when stuck on the same ship day after day. She can turn any space or forgotten corner into something that feels like home. Maybe she can help me complete my masterpiece. The ultimate, what did she call it? Secret lair, Aero thought. What is it you do exactly? You know, when you're training with the liaison, Ava asked. Well, we do all sorts of things, Aero said, quickly catching a piece of food that fell from his mouth. My favorite being push-ups. I could do almost 30 in one go. Ah, so most of your training is physical, meant to build the body. But what are you doing to train your mind? Ava pressed. I have lessons with Till usually after the training. He's been teaching me about the Galactic Alliance and the Shadow. I also learn a lot from around town. Rael and Ava looked at each other and tried not to laugh or disrespect the liaison. Aero, it is my duty to tell you that one can do unlimited push-ups, but if they are not trained to fight, they will only last seconds against someone who is, Rael stated. That is why we're going to introduce you to a little game we played back on the Forager. Catch the bad guy, Ava said with a sharp glare, silencing Aero before he could laugh at the ridiculous name. It will take time and resilience, but you got to earn your boots, Rael said. You gotta earn your boots, Ava repeated with a mouthful of food. Aero just stared, confused and a little worried. After they finished breakfast, the three set out. A GA cruiser was a day away from pulling into orbit, and the town of Resupply was alive. Is there a place you know near the market center that we can get a bird's eye view of everyone? Ava asked. Follow me. I have the perfect spot, Aero replied. Running across the rooftops until reaching the heart of the market, Aero stopped at the same roof they jumped off not long ago. What do you guys think of Resupply now? Pretty cool, huh? Focus, Ava said. Is this the spot? It's in there, Aero replied, confused by the seriousness of the situation. His mind began to race. Am I being inducted into a gang? Are we about to commit crimes? Climbing through the layers of tapestries and tension lines, Ava and Rael were introduced to Aero's secret hideout. Watch your step, Aero said. I couldn't really shift any lines, but if you step back here, I've built a little platform. It's a tight fit for 3, but it should be okay. Not bad, Ava commented. Zero decor, but you can see everything if you're standing and remain completely hidden when sitting down. Yeah, I built this after I had a run-in with some bullies not long ago. I spend a lot of time here, Aero admitted, especially when the town is crowded. He noticed that Rael wasn't saying anything, not even looking around. The dark elf only stared vigilantly at everyone below. Ava joined in surveying the crowded market. I'm surprised you haven't noticed it already, she said. A discouraged look grew on Aero's face. Noticed what? It doesn't matter where you are. It happened on my homeworld. It happened on the Forager. It is happening here. Look, Rael said, pointing towards the crowd in front of the band of Jerpas. What? Aero replied. It's just another performance. Look closer, Rael and Ava said simultaneously. With his entire focus, Aero watched the crowd, looking for anything out of the ordinary. Think. What is it they want me to find? What am I looking for? Just before panic set in, Aero noticed something suspicious about the Jerpin dancers. I don't think I've ever seen them dance around the crowd like that, and why are they approaching people in groups of 2? You see it now? Rael calmly asked. There's something up with the dancers, Aero answered, but I can't figure it out. They're using a basic quick hand double team, Ava educated. They know that the cruiser won't be here long and the other visitors provide an alibi. Worst case, they pack up and leave town. Our window is closing, Rael said. Aero followed, leaving his hideout within the canopies of the market. Moving through the crowd, Rael and Ava got right up in front, taking position on either side of the small stage where the crowd was gathered. Aero stood back and watched the play unfold. Hey, my wallet is missing, Ava shouted. Rael joined in. My watch! My watch! My watch has gone missing! One by one, the crowd checked for their belongings, and the victims of the Jerpin heist cried out. Turning in unison like they had done this before, Rael and Ava shouted, It was the dancers! Don't let them leave! Someone call the liaison! The crowd became restless by the time Till appeared. With a quick scan of the accused, the stolen items were located. The Jerpin groupies were swiping things from the audience during their dance, hiding the stolen goods within the folds of their clothing. When the truth was confirmed, the crowd erupted in threats and shouts, some even throwing whatever they could get their hands on. While Till escorted the Jerpas to his transport, Rael and Ava rejoined Aero. That was amazing, Aero said. You've clearly done that before. Ava dismissed the praise. It was okay. We got lucky. Lucky? That looked perfect. Aero looked at Rael for clarity, but he said nothing. We got lucky because Till showed up, Ava responded. Let me ask you, what would have happened if he didn't? I don't know. Aero thought for a moment. I guess lots could have happened. Well, let this be the first lesson, Ava said, looking Aero directly in the eyes. Protecting your home from thieves and bad guys isn't always fun. If you're going to help, you must see the situation through to its very end, no matter what. Aero could feel the truth carried by Ava's warning. What do you mean, see the situation through? Do not worry, Rael coldly stated. You will find out soon enough. Aero quickly learned not only to look but to see what went on around him. The entire time the cruiser was in orbit, Aero remained in his canopy hideout, spotting potential situations to his team. This trained his eye while building trust between them. The morning after the cruiser's departure, Aero sat with Rael and Ava in their usual spot. Running through the list of successful disrupts, Aero was quizzed on the details from yesterday's wins. Shh, be quiet, Ava said. Till is coming. Aero sat up straight, unsure of how to act or why Till wasn't allowed to find out what they had done. On approach, Till clearly watched their every move. Good morning, how are you three this fine day? He said. We're good, just taking it easy, Ava responded, fiddling with her breakfast. Yeah, just taking it easy, Aero mimicked. Till said. I know you three are always running around town, and I wanted to ask if you saw anything out of the ordinary yesterday. Well, it is a trade planet outside the dome. I guess there were lots of odd things yesterday, Ava innocently replied. So you wouldn't happen to know about the Jerpin pickpocket ring being outed, or the dozens of potential crimes being thwarted all over town? Or how about the two outsiders who were left tied up at the station? Ava lied. Aero's been showing us around. We saw you putting the Jerpas in your transport, but we left the market after that. Interesting, Till said before turning to Rael. You sure don't talk much, do you? After a moment of silence, the liaison continued. Well, if you hear anything, let me know. Aero, I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're not ignoring your training. Ava and Rael have been showing me what they know, Aero replied. Till's suspicion grew. Good. I'm glad to see you are, staying out of trouble. The awkward silence reformed, this time with an incriminating overtone. Till stared back and forth between the three of them. Thankfully, Kisa spotted Till and was moving in for a well-timed distraction. Liaison, is that you? What are you doing here so early? She said, slithering over. Till stood at attention, forgetting the awkward interaction he was a part of, and stepped into another. Hello, good morning, sleepyhead. Busy day yesterday? Still half asleep? Kisa added. Yeah, I guess you could say that, Till shyly replied. Why don't you come with me? I'll get you a nice hot cup fresh off the pot. That would get you going. Their prayers were answered as Kisa began leading the liaison away. When the tension subsided, Aero, Rael, and Ava gasped for air. Watching Kisa lead Till away just before his questions turned into an interrogation could only be described as divine intervention. When Kisa turned back, smirking at them, they knew what really happened and simultaneously returned to their breakfast. That was close, Ava said under her breath. Aero, what was that? You practically told him we knew something. Rael, I don't know about this one. We might have our work cut out for us. Ava was whispering, yet yelling at the same time. Did I do something wrong? Aero pleaded. What is it with you earthlings? Rael joked. Do not worry, little human. We will teach you to control your emotions. Aero tried to return to his breakfast, but was confused by all these new concepts and ways of thinking. Why can't Till know what we're doing? Aero asked. It's not that he can't know, Rael politely explained. Till seems like one of the good ones. It is instead a mindset you will need to acquire if you want to survive. I'll admit there is a lot going on for a planet with one small town, but the outside realm is much bigger than X12.